Kay can barely walk now. She does best with her walker, but if you, like occasionally when we want to get her up, we'll lift her up, we'll have her take hold of our hands and we'll lift her up, and she continues to hold our hands as we try to get her to walk over to another location. But she can barely walk anymore. And if left alone, she moves with her walker extremely slowly too. But if you move the walker ahead of her, not pulling her, but just move the walker, she'll keep up with it with a fairly decent walk. But on her own, she's apparently very, very unsteady and walks very slowly. I haven't gone yet to see Kay. I postponed my trip today because it was such an enjoyable time with her yesterday, sitting outside watching the people come and go, that decided I would. They said it was going to be fairly nice today, so I thought, well, I'll postpone it and go the afternoon because I knew the morning would be too cool. So I had a fairly decent night's sleep compared to others. However, at breakfast I was so tired, sleepy, not necessarily so tired. So I thought, well, I have found that taking a walk, especially up that hill and exerting myself, seems to wake me up. Sitting around makes me sleepy. So I went out, was going to go out the smoking room. Well, it's illegal to smoke within 25, in a building like this, of course, and it's illegal to smoke within 25 feet of an entrance. So I have told them outside that well, maybe I'll buy some cigarettes and sell smoking by the puff, like maybe a nickel a puff. They thought that was funny. But you wouldn't believe what some will do for a cigarette. I cannot tell you. So anyway, so I went out. They said, I told them I'd had my whiff of secondhand smoke. Now I'm ready to take my walk. So I went out and walked down the hill a ways and back up, and sure enough, I made it back up and stronger than I usually am. Usually by the time I get to the top of the hill, I hardly walk, but this time I was able to walk up and felt quite strong at the top. Well, anyway, I went up a couple times, not that many, but I felt good. Walked back into the building, across the street, up the hill, and normally I'm just have to stop and rest, but today I was able to go all the way in. Well, there's a lot of illness going around here. I don't know what it is, but people are feeling really bad, and Lester, the new guy at my table, he wasn't here, so I called his number, but his machine wasn't on. So a little later I went into the med room and told Greg that Lester wasn't there, and he's usually very prompt, so he checked it out, and sure enough, he's not coming down. He feels bad. But I'll be going over about 1 o'clock to see Kay, and I think the sun's just coming out right now, so I'm going to be able to see her, I'm quite sure. We'll have a good time outside.